you art lovers out there, there are times when we're painting nature that the details may get in our way, and we forget a very important principle. So come along, let's see what that is as a reminder to improve. There are times in nature when the lighting is of such that there's no strong sense of direction. The light is coming from this side, the shadow is that side. That happens on days that it may be cloudy, and that happens, for example, when the sun goes down behind the hill and it makes this area feels like it's in shadow, but there's still a lot of light. So the subject matter will be fairly evenly lit. These trees, you can't really tell which direction the light is coming from, except that you look up in here. You can see a sense of a shadowing. You can see it here, back here. So that gives you a sense of direction, but down here it tends to be a little flatter. So how do you resolve issues like that when you're painting? Well, even though it's in the shadow and you don't want an extra strong sense of light, you can still give it a roundness by having a lighter side and a darker side. So you accentuate the shadow a little more. Not a lot, but just a little more to aid the roundness. I'm going to do that here so you can get a visual of what I'm talking about. So I've darkened this tree with the layer mask. I'm going to take one side of it, the shadow, out. And now it has a darker side, and the lighter side is its original color, its original value rather. I'll let you see it by turning this on and off. Helps it feel a little rounder. To give it a little more interest, I'm going to give some warmth to that side. Now I've given warmth to the left side, the shadow side, as a reflective light. That's what it looked like before. Here it has a little more dimension. Think that way as you're painting. There's no strong sense of light, but there's a more core shadow and reflective. Now let's do that from a painting standpoint. I'm going to cover this side of the picture. All too often, I see paintings with lots of texture, but no sense of roundness or volume to the subject that they're painting. So let's say that I'm painting or drawing. Generally, this is what I see. This is missing the volume, the roundness, the fullness that it should have, that shadow and light side to help it feel round. So you don't want just texture to describe the tree for you. You want roundness as well. So how do we do that? Same concept as what you saw me do with this photograph. As you're painting, remember to give the roundness. So you want a dark side. Give a dark side under here. That helps it feel rounder from there to there. And if you want to accentuate some of the texture, you can do that. That gives you the concept. And I shall give a warm reflective. So that tree went from there, just texture but no volume, to now having more roundness. So it has a core shadow in there and a reflective on the back end, so it's not so flat. So don't just think about texture. See the texture, but think roundness, volume. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Keep painting.